Unicorns and glitter and taxidermy critters are just some of the things they like. They also enjoy 80s hair bands, Grizzly Adams and John Goodman, so if you think that's weird then you can take a hike. But the things they enjoy the most are making art and cracking jokes, so without further ado, here are your hosts. You've got your two artsy gals, your two artsy gals. Here are your two artsy gals.
Hey everybody, this is Katie.
And this is Sharon.
And you are listening to the Two Artsy Gals podcast. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh my god, I'm so glad to be back in Portland.
Oh.
And not at my I love my mom and my grandma. Please do not misread this, but I've been in the hot, crazy house for a fucking week solid. I think that's why my eye's healing so fast.
Oh, the heat?
No, my body was like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. So.
Oh.
No, but if I sound stuffy today, it's because I think my sinuses are still rehydrating.
Oh, I'm sure.
From
like
being
the Sahara.
Dude, it was never under 75 degrees in the house. And that was like at night when the fire burned out and the windows were open.
Oh my god.
I got into 2 fights with my grandma. She got mad at me because I was too hot. I was like, I can't help it, Grandma.
It's too hot. Well, she's old and she's cold.
I know. I really feel like if she got up and moved around a bit, she wouldn't be so fucking hot, but...
Well, she's old.
I know. God, I hope I don't ever get that way, but I probably will.
Yeah, it's written in your genes.
No, dude, the bad thing was when we were grocery shopping, I called my husband crying from the grocery store because my mom and grandma got into a fucking, argument.
Oh, no.
And I walked into the middle of it, and I was really confused. I'm like, wait, what is happening? And then my mom walked off in one direction in a huff in her little teeny pissed off march that she does, which is fucking hilarious when she's not mad at you. And then my grandma walked off in a huff in the other direction and left me standing in the aisle with eggs in my hand going, I don't fucking know what just happened. Why is this happening? I didn't know where to go. I didn't know what to do.
Oh no.
So I called my husband and said, you have got to come get me tomorrow. I am ready to come home. I don't want to stay the night. I want you to come get me and we can fucking go home. These women are out of their minds. I am ready. And then my mom walked up behind me when I said, I'm so ready to not be here anymore.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta fucking put that fire out.
Oh no.
But I tried to work that story into the fact that I did have eggs in my hand. Because today we're talking about egg art. It didn't go as smoothly as I had hoped it would.
Yeah, I was wondering where that was going, but I see where you were going.
I was trying to, but then, I don't know. I got so emotional and wrapped up in the story. I was like, oh my god. Because I really was confused.
Oh no.
I didn't know who I should go with or what I should do. I should have just made a tent in the store and dyed eggs.
There you go. Yeah. Be by the paws or the Paz aisle.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. And we are talking about egg art today, and let me tell you, egg art is more than just coloring some fucking Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Really. And we're not going to touch very much on the shit you buy in the store. Everybody knows how to fucking do that. They have some really fucking cool kits these days.
They do. They do.
Crazy. As a matter of fact, that is one of the things I'm disgruntled about having a 19-year-old.
Well, you can still make eggs.
He's not really interested in making eggs.
Well, you don't have to make them with him.
I don't have to make them with him, but it's always more fun. But I've discovered I have to do a lot of things without him now.
Well, yeah.
So, you know what? My name is Katie, and I'm a 42-year-old woman who watches SpongeBob SquarePants when no kids are around. So
there you go.
I'm okay with it. I guess I can say I dye my own fucking Easter eggs and carve my own goddamn jack-o'-lanterns too. So
there you go. Living the dream.
Living the fucking dream. But so, Sharon, have you had much experience with egg art other than dyeing Easter eggs?
No, just appreciating it.
Just appreciating it.
Yeah. Because I knew last year a friend made how do you say it, Katie?
Fuck, Pisanki?
Pisanki, like the Ukrainian eggs. They got the wax.
Those are so fucking cool.
So I guess we better describe what they are.
Yeah, let's just start with that one. I had egg carving to go first, but we're going straight into this because...
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, because I also did... That's the only other experience with egg art that I have is... And I totally forgot about it until you sent me pictures of those eggs. We did it in 4-H camp when I was a kid.
Oh, they're just beautiful. Why don't you describe what they are?
They're, it's almost like batiking an egg. It's like the batiking process if you've ever dyed fabric that way. So there are these eggs, and you hollow them out, and I think we've talked about blowing out eggs before on the podcast. I don't remember what the fuck for, but we have. So, you blow the egg out so it's hollow and it's clean, and then you draw your design on the egg, and then you use a tool. I'm gonna mispronounce this. I'm sure it's called a kitski, something like that. But it's this little tiny funnel. So you melt beeswax into this little tool, and then you draw over your design lines with beeswax. So it's kind of like resist dyeing. Mm-hmm. So then you drop it in the color, and then it dries, and then you put wax over the color you want to preserve the first color, and then you drop it in the next color. So you're going from lighter color to darker colors, obviously. And then you'll just keep going over each color that you want to save until eventually you'll do the last dipping. And a lot of the eggs, the traditional eggs that I've seen, the final color that they dip in is black. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to post a video of this sweetest little lady. It is really unnecessarily long. Like it is painstakingly detailed. Like the video is 45 minutes long. But I encourage you guys to watch it anyway. I'll post it on the blog, and you can just kind of like scroll, move the video forward a little bit, because she talks about every single step of the process and different options, and she talks about all the different tools, but she sounds so sweet. I just want to hug her while I listen to it.
Oh.
But she does this whole video step by step, and she used a heat gun to melt the wax off at the end, and I thought that was really cool.
Oh, cool.
So she just used a heat gun and wiped the wax off at the end, and you're left with this freaking phenomenal, just gorgeous egg.
That's awesome.
They're insane, and I think they're traditionally Ukrainian. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm, I think so. Yeah.
Because I had a teacher in the 4th grade, I think. I think Miss Griffin was my 4th grade teacher, and her family is from, they're from that area of the world originally. They immigrated here a very long time ago. But she had some of those eggs that had been handed down from generation to generation. And she brought them to school for show and tell. And apparently, they didn't used to blow the egg out. Mm-hmm. So it's just this beautiful, beautiful egg that's like 100 and something years old. So the shit that's inside of it is no good.
Well, I've had little eggs, and I've just set them in the window. Like sometimes my chickens will lay like a funny little egg, and I never blew them out, and they just eventually just dried up on the inside.
Well, what happened to these eggs, I think because they were varnished, is she accidentally dropped one in the hallway and broke it, which was really sad, and it made her cry, because I think they were her great-great-great-grandmothers or something. Uh-huh. They had to evacuate the lower half of the grade school because of the sulfur smell. It was like black sulfury powder inside the eggs.
No way.
It was awful. I'm not even kidding you.
Whoa.
And it was so sad, because she was so sad.
Oh.
But they really are, honestly, and I actually, when I was researching this, I have this thing when I research a subject for the podcast. There's this little part of my brain that goes, you should totally buy those tools and do an example. But I had to really talk myself out of it, because realistically speaking, that is not a tool that I'm going to use more than once, probably.
Yeah.
But people...
They are so beautiful, though.
People who are Pisanki artists... Mm-hmm. People look at it. If you don't go to our blog, it's spelled Pysanky. Just look up pictures of it, because they're stunning eggs.
Yeah.
And there's a real folk tradition that goes with those eggs. And and you can read a little bit about the history. Actually, a good place to go to read about folk art as far as eggs and the history of it is, did you know there's an egg art guild? The National Egg Art Guild. And it's eggartguild.org. And go there, and it actually breaks down different styles of egg art and gives a little bit of a history about each of them. So, and it gives some pretty good resources if you want to buy like tools and stuff.
Very cool.
But I would, because I don't want to get too much into the history of egg art because it's kind of weird. But but you should go look at it, honestly, because really, they're stunning. And it also has links to pictures of egg carving.
Oh,
and
cool.
Holy shit balls.
I know. Oh my God.
Right? Like, I looked at those because I had Sharon do a little bit of research for me because I was without internet all week. I tell you, I was like a junkie without my smack. It was bad. So I had to have Sharon do it. She sent me these pictures of these fucking carved eggs and my mind almost exploded.
Yeah, they are amazing. I'm not only impressed, but like, so you know the eggs that they like make the little open doors or cut out just like a circle and make like a little diorama inside.
Yeah.
This is like beyond that, which
No,
those are super cool too, but this is like the lacing and like just the detail of cutting out.
Now, a lot of those videos I saw, they were using ostrich or emu eggs.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Which
a lot
are
harder.
Giant fucking eggs and nearly impossible to break. Like, have you ever seen one in person?
Yeah, so my mother-in-law had an ostrich egg. She's had it forever. Her brother gave it to her, and it was just this thing that was always around, and it's so sad because she found it broken.
Oh, no.
Recently. And I mean, those things are so hard. Yeah, it was just like, oh.
I think that's where I've seen the ostrich egg in person before. It was Robin's ostrich egg.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're huge in there. They're super cool.
And they're like heavy.
Like,
it's crazy. But I mean, if you've ever seen an ostrich in person, it wouldn't make sense that they would have a dainty little egg.
No, it's freaking scary.
I just watched a rerun of Dirty Jobs when Mike Rowe had to wrestle down the fucking ostrich for some shit. They're vicious beasts, is what they are.
They really are. And I
Those
love
guys.
birds, and those are...
You know, I'm not okay with birds that are like eye level to me. That's a big old fucking beak that could just scoop out my whole eyeball.
Yeah, I know. I guess it is kind of a size thing. I mean, yeah.
Well, really, most of them are taller than you or I.
Oh, yeah, you can ride them.
Fuck that. I don't even like riding horses. I ain't riding a damn bird. But their eggs would be really cool to carve. And those are the ones that they do make, like, they screw hinges into them. So they open up and stuff. But I actually found I found several videos of carving chicken eggs.
Yeah, because I feel like they do that. Because I feel like with the ones that they make the little doors, they do chicken eggs or goose eggs. I think goose eggs more.
Oh my God, I saw one too that was a fucking... Wait, I'm totally brain farting. Ow, cramp. What birds do you raise? The little tiny ones.
Quails?
I saw somebody that did quail eggs with little hinges that opened up.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No, I don't. They must have the tiniest hands in the world.
Well, they must have also had to put something to harden the shell.
Yeah, because they're not very hard, are they?
The shells are not very hard at all. I mean, like when you can just break them with your fingers practically.
They blew these little tiny eggs out too.
Wow.
It was crazy. I don't know what they did. But mostly I watched, there's one about Victorian egg lace carving. I found a video. And I'm going to post the video on the blog, but I'm also, because this is a tool that I can justify having around, and my husband missed me so much while I was gone, he is taking me to Harbor Freight Tools on a Sunday to buy myself an etching tool.
Aww.
And so I'm gonna try to carve an egg for this episode.
Nice.
So I will post it, fail or success. So it might just be a lot of me swearing and breaking eggs. So it'll be a good time either way.
You know what I find though is that when I've blown out, because I've blown out quail eggs and I've blown out chicken eggs, they do get harder. It's kind of like they
set.
brittle. Yeah, so they do get harder as they set. So it makes sense.
And I've done a lot of, I think I posted a picture I guess we're backtracking a little bit, but I feel like I posted a picture at some point of the piece of artwork that I did with the egg in it. I called it Immaculate Incubation.
Oh, it must have been a long time ago.
I think, honestly, I think it was one of, maybe even our first episode when when we were talking about our history as mixed media artists and like what we do. I'm pretty sure it might have even been it. So I'll repost it because it's been so long, but I blew out an egg and, made a hole in it and wired an LED light inside of it for an art piece that I did once.
Very cool.
And it was but now I feel like I'm going to get that little etching tool and learn how to carve those eggs. Holy shit, the art pieces that I could do with lit up carved eggs?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm getting a new tool.
Well, did you use any of those duck eggs yet that we gave you?
I don't think we have any of the eggs that you gave us left.
Okay, because I was going to say like a duck egg would be harder.
You know what? I might have one duck egg left.
So you could blow that out.
Oh my God. I'm so doing that.
Yeah, and then
I think it would be a little bit more forgiving than a chicken egg.
I think so. And then next year we'll have goose eggs, but
oh.
Yeah.
We can do things with goose eggs too.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome. Eggs are rad.
Yeah.
So, but I will also post links to some really cool pictures of these carved eggs. They're nuts. They're like insanely cool.
Yeah, it's just I have such appreciation for people that can execute that kind of stuff.
I know, because you know what? I always feel like I'm kind of like an ogre in my studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can pull off some intricate detail, but most of the time I'm just like, me like art. It's terrible.
Oh.
And I get sad. We should talk about different ways to color eggs that aren't just egg dyes.
Well, there are the vegetable dyes, using beet juice.
Yeah, let's talk about some dyes. What are some things that you've used to dye eggs naturally before?
Well, I haven't actually ever done it. I've just read about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man,
no, I think I've done beet juice.
Pretty much anything that will stain your clothes.
Yeah.
Will stain a dye. I want to say that this was something that we did it in church when I was a little kid or something having to do with church. Mm-hmm. But so you can use onion skins, make a really cool yellow dye.
Mm-hmm. Turmeric works.
Oh my gosh, it does. It makes a really pretty color too. Beets.
Dandelion work.
They do make yellow. That's right.
And then, like berries,
any
blueberry,
kind of berry, blueberry, blackberry, anything that stains, grapes or wine, make a really cool color.
Tea.
Oh, tea and coffee dyes are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw some eggs that were done once where you can this is kind of resist dyeing again. You put lace or any kind of like a leaf, a fern leaf I've seen them done, and you wrap them around the egg and then you put them in a nylon stocking. Mm-hmm. And then you put them in the dye so it leaves this like resist mark in it. Mm-hmm. And that's really pretty. And some of them, the ones that I saw, I'll try to find some examples maybe of that, or maybe I'll do a couple of examples of that. They looked like old Victorian eggs, like antique eggs. Mm-hmm. They were really cool. I also have a list of natural dyes, natural ingredients that make really cool dyes to color eggs that I'm going to post.
Cool.
So you can do research on that too. And because we also, when I was a kid, we used dandelions. We wrapped leaves around them. If you just put the egg in the toe of the stocking and wrap the leaf around it and then boil the egg, it kind of stains the egg with the leaf print or the flower print.
Oh, cool.
So it's a white egg with green on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think the softer leaves work with that because I know that we had some hit or miss with doing it that way. But we also used grass. We just wrapped grass around the egg and then wrapped the stocking around it and boiled it. And it left really cool grass prints on the egg.
Oh, cool.
So if you really want to get into like doing the whole natural egg thing, there's a lot about it on the internet too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
a ton. So just research natural egg dyes. I also saw, and I'm going to post a video of it, the same lady that did the Pasinka. No, I can't pronounce it again. My brain does not want to remember the pronunciation of that word for some reason. She did another video about using alcohol inks
Oh,
to dye
interesting.
your Easter eggs, and they were pretty fucking cool.
Oh, cool.
She made this crazy tool. She took a Sharpie and hot glued a piece of Velcro to the end of it. And then she cut up little squares of felt, so the felt stuck to the Velcro and it made a dabber.
Uh-huh.
And she was using different colors, just kind of dabbing different colors of these alcohol inks, and it almost made this kind of crazy, swirly, metallic looking egg.
Oh, awesome.
It was pretty fucking neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was. I'll post that video too. But you can also use, like, I've seen decoupaged eggs.
Oh, yeah.
You know what we get to use with decoupage?
Glitter?
Oh, fucking glitter, yeah. And our favorite
Googly eyes?
googly eyes. And now you've made me fucking forget what it's called. God damn it. You know the stuff I like to sniff.
Glue?
No.
Mod Podge.
Mod Podge, yes. Mod Podge. You decoupage the shit out of eggs with Mod Podge.
Oh, yeah.
And you can put glue on them. Like, do you know what I said to my mom? When I was down there, we were looking at greeting cards. I actually took a bunch of pictures, but I only sent you. Remember when I sent you the picture of the ice cream cones French kissing?
Yeah, I liked that.
It made me really uncomfortable for some reason. I don't know why.
You're such a prude.
No, I'm really not. That's the
I know,
thing.
that's why it's funny.
I was like, why is this bothering me? But they have these one brand of cards that had just excessive amounts of glitter on them. And I was like, Mom, if I could cover myself in glitter like this, I totally would. I would be a glitter person. I would just cover myself in glitter.
Was it like that fine glitter?
Yes, if I could get away with it, I would just be glitter Katie. All glitter all the time.
Glitter's awesome.
But I'm going to glitter some Easter eggs. But I also feel like, you know what? As much as I love glitter and I have some edible glitter that I use in small amounts when I make certain cookies and stuff, I feel like I don't want glitter around anything that I'm going to eat.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
hard-boiled eggs.
I think you want to hand blow those glitter eggs.
Oh, hey, then you can have them all the time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. You can just have them all over your house.
Well, and honestly, we're mixed media artists. This is a mixed media podcast. So really, I am just going to go ahead and say, get fucking creative with your egg decorating and don't just use store-bought shit.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a
think
lot
in
of
terms of
options.
mixed media. Use Sharpies, paint pens, glitter glue.
Crayons are really fun on them.
Yeah,
Then you dip them in the dye.
totally.
Yeah, it seems like you could almost like melt some crayon wax or something.
You could.
Or even the beeswax and not make it like the really cool batiki ones, but like splatter it on there.
Yeah. You can do all kinds of crazy shit. And you could probably, like, use stickers. That's what I used to do with my son when he was really little.
Mm-hmm.
I would just dye the eggs and then give him stickers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to sticker that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah, my
you know,
youngest really loves stickers.
Yeah. Yeah, August was probably Laird's age when I was, like, right around 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, look, you're just too destructive to handle eggs right now. So I'm going to color them and you're going to put lots of cool stickers on them.
There you go.
And he was like, this is rad.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle this shit, Ma.
I got this.
I got it, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we could go on and on about this, but we kind of have to, like, rein ourselves in a bit. Because there's a lot of fucking cool egg art. I encourage people just to look up egg art.
Yeah, go on Pinterest.
Especially because so many people are raising chickens nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know y'all got eggs shooting out your chickens' asses. Maybe not your own ass, but definitely out of someone's ass. So, you can decorate some of that shit.
Yeah.
I always wondered what a chicken would do if you, like, decorated the egg and then stuck it back in there underneath them.
Oh, they'd just tuck it under themselves.
They wouldn't care, would they? They wouldn't be like, whoa, thanks for putting glitter on my egg. You rock. Yo, and give you, like, a little feather high five.
Mm-mm. No,
No.
they just tuck it under.
They'd be
They'll
like,
tuck a golf ball underneath themselves.
I know. We used to have a wooden egg that we kept we had like 3 or 4 wooden eggs
Uh-huh.
that you kept in the nesting boxes to make sure that they nested there, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I always decorated the little eggs. Because I had one chicken that I had a silkie
Aw.
that laid colored eggs. So, I was little. Like, I didn't get why the rest of our chickens were just making brown eggs that were boring.
Uh-huh.
I wanted more colored eggs. Colored eggs. Anyway.
They're fun.
They are. So I don't have any listener mail this week. And honestly, it's been a whirlwind of a week, so I don't really have anything.
Ah!
My brain is fried. I'll tell you how bad it hurts to have your eye operated on. You know me, and you know how I really don't do well on pain pills.
Mm-hmm.
I finished a bottle, 30 Vicodin in a week.
Oh, wow. You were in a lot of pain.
I was. I had 30 Vicodin in a week, and I feel brain damaged right now from that and the heat.
Oh, wow.
I kind of, when we got home last night and it was pouring rain, I kind of wanted to just rip off all my clothes and run around outside. But
yeah, I'm sure you're like, I've been too hot for a week.
I know. I didn't want the neighbors to freak out or anything. So,
I've been in a sauna.
I know, it's been crazy. So, yeah, if any of you listeners, I know y'all got something cool to say about egg art. There are probably people that listen to us that do the crazy Ukrainian eggs or something, and you should email us and tell us about it and send us pictures, and we will tell the world about it, or at least our listeners about it. So you can email us at twoartsygals@gmail.com. And remember, I'm going to post some videos, and I'm going to try carving an egg. I'm going to try the duck egg.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be disappointed if there's not a duck egg down there, but I think there's one duck egg left. So I am going to carve an egg and post a video of it on our blog. And I also have a few other links that you're going to want to see, and you can check that out at twoartsygals.wordpress.com. So you should do that. And remember, the potential of me breaking the egg and swearing a lot is pretty high. And I promise I'll post the video either way. So you might just have me going, fucking egg, or something like that. It would be funny. So you should do that. And remember, you can always subscribe to the podcast using iTunes or Stitcher Radio apps, and they're free. And then whenever we post a new episode, it automatically updates to your app. So you don't ever have to worry about when you can listen to us or when we posted a new episode. So you should totally do that.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, if you're on iTunes or Stitcher, you should, it would be awesome if you left us some good feedback, because that'll bump us up in the ratings. And that always helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next week, we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about stencils.
All right.
So you should come back and listen to that. So until then, make some cool shit, yo!
Yo!